Dick Enberg with John McEnroe at center court. Chris Evert, Bud Collins will join us later. First set statistics.
Well, this is what Pioline would have hoped for. Sampras down at 54%. The problem is that he's not returning. There's two problems. One, he's not returning as well so far as he did in the two previous matches. And two, he made those unforced volley errors that cost him the serve. Love one, second set.
So you think that's a good idea? Let me try it on you, that slice serve.
Pete's no fool. That is a good service to hit on grass courts, skidding away from Pioline forehand. This is the second serve. Nonetheless, an ace. There's another one.
7 now total for Pete Sampras, and for his opponent, he has 8, Pioline. Sampras in the first set, 5 service games, allowed a total of 4 points.
Well, clearly Pioline so far is not picking up where Sampras is serving. See, he was looking forehand and had to make that grip change, and he was already in major trouble.
And Sampras.
3 aces in that love game. It's 1-all.
1 game over.
Let's take a look at the Sampras serve, the variety. The flat one up the middle, same ball toss, slices out wide, and then on the ad court, slices it away from Pioline. And he's serving better than anyone in this tournament. Forget about Ivan Izevich or Philippoussis or these other male players.
And look at that, only 13 double faults in the whole championship, so he's not going to give you anything either.
He's hitting those second serves awful hard. Kept his cool there, Pioline, and it paid off for him. He knew as soon as that lob went over his head that Sampras would come into net, which he did. Pete got fooled by that forehand, and Pioline hit the backhand cross court. Court was open. Could have easily lost that point.
39.
Pioline is certainly producing more than you would think in terms of aces. That's 9. He's not known for that kind of power, but placing it well.
Well, he does average 111 miles per hour on the serve. That's not bad.
Yeah, but they all were fast when they compare them to you.
Oh, God. Thanks a lot.
Well, what was your average? What was, come on,
I don't know. Let's check it out. I'm afraid to say.
Last French champion Von Petra had a big serve as well in 46. We'll get to that later. Put a hole in the net here at center court when he played in 46. Pete Sampras denying every chance for Pioline on serve as he continues to build a very impressive Wimbledon record since 1992. He lost in the semis in 92 to Goran Ivanisevic, then went on the next year to win, and the next and the next.
15 love.
Richard Krajicek, the defending champion, beat him last year. He's long gone, losing to the Brit Tim Henman in the round of 16, now vacationing in Portugal, trying to get in shape. Supposedly, Ruzetsky and Steek have better serves than Sampras, but don't tell me that, because Pioline's having a heck of a time trying to deal with Pete Sampras' serve today. His
Not just flat out miles per hour that makes you a great server.
And he's certainly up there in the miles per hour, though. As you point out, the variety, consistency. Oh, he's angry-looking backhand pass. Go right at Sampras. It's about as hard a backhand pass as you'll see hit right here. Better time that just right. Sampras looking to get out of the way of that.
Net cord really set it up for Pioline, gave him plenty of chance to rip.
Well, he needed that much time to take that big a swing. That's not normally a recommended play, but he does have that ability to flip over the wrist awful quickly. Gets away with that. See, that's the problem, though, if you don't hit it clean.
40-15.
Total miss hit there.
At 44th in the world, he's the lowest ranked Wimbledon finalist since 1983. Chris Lewis of New Zealand was 91st in the world and meandered his way through the tournament to meet John McEnroe.
Dan Sampras.
No offense to Chris Lewis, but Cedric Pioline more talent than the New Zealander.
And that final went 6-2-2-2 for McEnroe. Hey, go online to NBCSports.com for complete Wimbledon coverage. Results of every draw, IBM scoring. John McEnroe will tell you what he thinks about Boris Becker's surprising retirement announcement. All at NBCSports.com. 2-2.
But if you want, I can tell you what I think about it now, and they don't have to go to .com.
I think they'd like that a lot.
Right. Okay. Don't bother watching the match. Just put on your computer. Wide. Just wide.
15 all.
Now for Pioline, it seems apparent it's going to be tough to break Sampras. You got to try to get to a tiebreak.
Right. That's where Pete's been vulnerable in this Wimbledon. That ball sailing just wide.
15 all.
You just cannot afford to miss any makeable volleys. And I know some of these makeable ones are tough. But when you're playing a guy at this level, you just cannot afford those mistakes. Didn't do enough with this one. Yes, it was an excellent return, but those type of volleys, he needs to get back in the court. Like that one at 15 love, that could really hurt him now. 15-30. Pete gets a second serve.
And while Pioline hasn't shown that he's reading Sampras's serve, Pete's starting to get on Pioline's serve.
And there's another example of one he could ill afford to miss. He let that ball drop a little bit too low. He tried to scoot up there, but to no avail.
Another backhand volley error. That's been his weakness in this match. And two breakers go with it. And another backhand volley mistake. Oh, my. 3-2, Sampras. And we welcome you back to the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, Wimbledon. Look outside in the picnic area near the new Court 1. Fans enjoying some sunshine. As Sampras serves up a set, up a break.
Well, we've seen that serve from both players today.
10 aces for Sampras. Well, it's been the backhand that's betrayed Pioline in the two break games. He's made 6 errors off that backhand volley.
He's got to get those legs moving. He's looking a little bit slow right now, Pioline. Maybe he's played too much tennis this week. Pete's played quite a bit himself. Clearly looking the fresher of the two right now. Moving along quite quickly, thank you.
3 consecutive aces this game.
Game Sampras.
And another love game for Sampras, who leads 4-2 after winning the opening set 6-4. And outside, look at the huge group watching the large screen television. Of course, that was the popular area when Tim Henman was playing through the middle of the week, making his way to the quarterfinals. The English player ranked seeded 14th, and their top hope, he and Greg Rosetsky, were in line to meet each other in the semis, and then maybe a Brit finally to the finals, but both were knocked out in the quarterfinals. Pioline with new balls at 2-4.
Second set.
Pioline's got to keep from getting a little down on himself and demoralized by this onslaught. Try to stay positive. That's not going to help him stay positive.
How can you be too positive when your opponent has served 8 times and you've won 5 points in 8 games?
And he lost all 7 meetings coming in.
Doesn't look too good.
Haven't won any majors, and Pete's won 9. We could go on and on.
Accidental sounding of the line beeper.
So quick to move to that forehand. He had all kinds of time. Got the best running forehand in the game.
Love 30.
He was moving so fast that he almost had to slow himself down here. Pioline didn't do enough with the volley. Pete was just more than ready to rip that up the line for a winner. Love 30.
Hungry forehand. And straight points for Sampras.
Can't believe it. Pete actually mishit a ball. A rarity here. The sun shining.
Two more break points for Sampras.
Got to keep that wrist firm and punch the ball. He's letting that racket head drop, and the errors are creeping in.
Not missing by much. Almost every one of those errors right into the tape, but
that's not a moral victory.
No. Sampras sitting on 2 breakers for 5-2. One of them gone. 10th ace for Pioline.
First set.
Whoa, that took a wicked bounce. So a couple of aces deny Sampras a bigger lead. French champions, they kind of cleaned up in the 20s. Barotra, Lacoste, and Cochet each won twice, and then after the war, Petra with his victory in 46. But those weren't the French responsible in part for the building of this new facility for the All England Club. It was an American, Bill Tilden, and his great popularity as a dominant player, and the Frenchwoman Suzanne Lenglen in the early 1920s who were so popular that to accommodate the interest in those international stars, they built this new facility.
Well, the Musketeers really spread the wealth, 2 each.
Everyone but Brugnon with a Wimbledon win of the 4. And another break point.
Well, that second serve that he's trying to hit into the Sampras body, the backhand, is not working. Sampras once again just uses his upper body strength and excellent timing.
And another backhand, and it produces another error from Sampras' opponent. 5-2 in the second. A happier look on the face of referee Alan Mills. Not only because the weather's so good, but he and his wife Jill became grandparents for the second time last night. San Antonio, Texas. Jack Allen Mills to his son and daughter-in-law, Barry and Ann Mills, and congratulations from NBC. Pete Sampras serves for a 2-set lead.
15 love.
Pioline has just done nothing on the return. Just giving Sampras more confidence, as if he doesn't have enough already, to take chances on the return. And he's not had a good day, unfortunately, the Frenchman volleying.
Well, everyone was hoping that he could live up to his performance against Stiek on Friday, or maybe even build on it. It's a little different man across the net today.
Well, once again, he's seen the difference between being in the quarters of the semis of a major and competing against the #1 player in a slam final. He looks overmatched and overwhelmed.
And Sampras has been in that zone where he's not going to be generous. His pursuit of a championship and his place in history is very prominent in his mind. It's evident that that's what he thinks he can do.
30-15.
He's only 25, and he reminds everyone of that. And he feels that he has 4 or 5 really solid years left in which to accumulate more Grand Slam titles. Certainly realistic for him to think that he can pass Roy Emerson, who has 12. Oh, that is most unusual to see Sampras dump a volley into the net.
He broke a string, Dick. That's
okay.
I'm sure he wouldn't have if he had that in hand, but popped the string on the serve, and that makes it a lot more difficult to get that volley over.
So even his mistakes have reason. Rolex time of the match just over 1 hour now, and we look at the Grand Slam. Roy Emerson 12, Borg won 5 straight here, and Laver with 11, Tilden 10, and Sampras now 1 win away from joining the great American Tilden at 10 slams. There's our time of the match.
Oh. 40-30.
And set point for a 2-set lead.
No problem to switch rackets for Pete there. Picked up a new bat. Bombed in her first serve. Set point.
Game, second set. Sampras.
#1 in the world, Pete Sampras. 6-4, 6-2.
By 6 games to 2.
And there appears to be little doubt in the outcome of this championship unless Pioline pulls off some incredible heroics. He'll serve to open the third set.
2 sets gone. Match only 1 hour and 2 minutes old.
Well, the crowd, it isn't because they don't like Sampras, but they are going to be very active in rooting for Pioline. They came here to see a championship. They want this to go as long as possible. They'll be rooting for Pioline to take this set.
Paid a lot of money for these tickets.
Sampras moved to that ball. There appeared to be no chance he could pick it up and almost made a play. Come on, Pete, try hard.
As I've said before, I've never seen him move as quickly as he has. He just scurries up there and actually gets his racket on it.
Now we're saw a phenomenal young woman yesterday at 16, Martina Hingis, make so many great shots and plays, and one wonders how many great events she'll win.
Better volley in this game from Pioline, particularly off that backhand side. And for him, an easy game so far.
So he opens the third with a love game, but it's Sampras in front by 2 sets.